I'm Zoe, and I worked at Bojangles for 2 years.
I'm Madison, and I work at a Shell gas station.
My name is Carrie Schasser, and I worked at Cookout.
A couple months before I quit, this guy comes running through the side door with this blonde lady, and she looks like she's tweaking on something. And then she books it to the bathroom, and we're like, okay. 5 minutes later, the cops come running in the store, and they're like, you seen a short blonde lady running here? And we're like, yeah. But he couldn't go in the bathroom to go get her because it was a male cop, so he was like, I'm just gonna pretend to order food so she doesn't know I'm here. I was like, okay. So he had to call for backup.
There was this one time where this girl came to us because she was like, this guy had a gun and threatened me, and we couldn't let her in because the lobby was shut down, and if we let her in, there's cameras, so the manager would have got fired. So we just kind of rotated who was standing outside with her until the cops came.
His backup, the female officer, finally got there after like 20 minutes of this woman hiding in the bathroom. After about 10 minutes, they came back out and they had to drag her out in handcuffs. And the cop just started laughing and gave us a thumbs up because we were all watching all of this happen. And then they left. And then it was fine.
Probably around the time I first started working there, there was a customer who came in pretty regularly, and I would say he developed a crush on me. And it got to the point where he would like bring me gifts and stuff. And it just got scary when he would try and follow me to my car or like approach my car while I'm like getting ready to go in for my shift or leave for the night.
One of my coworkers was he did not respect boundaries whatsoever. Did not like him. And like I told the managers about him and was like, hey, he makes me very uncomfortable. And they're like, you know, it happens sometimes. I was like, cool. And this one day, like he made me mad. Like he kept like touching my shoulder. So I like lightly, very lightly smacked his hand away because he would not stop touching me. And he fully just scooped me up in his arms and tried to put me in a trash can. And I was like, what?
Yeah, so he figured out where what time my shifts were, and he would always show up about like 5-10 minutes before I left and just wait outside until I left for the day, and he would try to approach me, and if I ignored him, he would follow me to my car to start a conversation.
I talked to one manager and they're like, okay, well, we'll just keep an eye on him. I was like, okay, cool. And then it kept happening, and then he finally quit like a couple months before I left, but like they never actually did anything about him because he made so many people uncomfortable. Like he would just like corner people in the back of the store for no reason. He would like stick his hands in people's pockets for no reason. I was like, this is very strange. But the management there was not very good, so they just didn't do anything about it.
I was able to go to my manager, and she wanted to try and keep it quiet, so she just wanted to like pull him to the side and like make him aware of like what the situation with him was. But she also wanted to make sure my safety was a priority, so she just asked him to leave and not come back, and she made the rest of the staff aware to not interact with this person.
I honestly don't pay attention to a lot of stuff, but I know that it was crazy for the managers. My friend's a manager, and she was there for 30 hours straight once, which is kind of illegal, but it's also because she doesn't know how to say no. But there's not much you can do about it because if you don't have a manager, you can't open, and someone's gonna get fired for that.
When I worked at McDonald's, I only worked there for 2 weeks because it went downhill very quickly. I was just standing there, and then all the managers congregated at the front, like where I was, because I was in window, and they just like started talking about like all these different minority groups, like saying everything that's wrong with them. And this was like a group of like white managers, and they were like saying that like minorities get everything they want, that they are lazy and everything. And I'm standing right there. One of the guys who worked on grill, he started blasting his music as he always did, and he was also white, and he said the N-word like 5 times, and then just aggressively stared at me, and I was like, interesting. And so after that, after that shift, I called them the next day, and I was like, I've just been really busy lately. I can't work here anymore. And they're like, okay. because I just didn't want to have to like explain to them that all of them were making me very uncomfortable and feel slightly unsafe.